Hello. Um, Wait. Look at the doggy. Look at my doggy. Look at the doggy. Diggle. Ah! He's so cute. He's so cute. Um, so this is gonna be a little update video. Right now I'm currently away from home. I want to get more content out for you guys. As always, let me know what you want to see down below. But just as an update, I've been doing very well, very good. Trying to stay away from all of the BS of making online videos and having an online audience, and the people that uh, make it a little hard to have fun, and the people that just aren't my cup of tea. And regardless of if I'm their cup of tea, it's kind of like I don't even know. It's just it's been getting to me recently. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind saying that either. Just because I think one of the very important things of having an online, presence is also having an in-person and real life presence. And I encourage anyone, even the homies that I'm close to online, to just try and find like people IRL that are like normal and that aren't me, because there's a difference between meeting someone in person and just talking to them online, for sure, for sure. Also, I hope the audio is good. I got these little funny mics. I think it's not even pointing at my mouth right now, but I hope it is, because then I'll have to record this all over again. But regardless, hello again. I have a lot more planned for music, and instead of just saying that I have a lot more planned, I will tell you, and those that are on this video will get to know what I have in store. A lot more merch. I'm gonna try and make it as cheap as possible, so that I'm making 1 cent per item, just so that we can have some, items, out there. We can have some free advertisement for Michael Motorcycle. And then I was wondering, if you guys would be interested in like the other alt accounts, which is like Bagingi Cries and Brian's Armpits. If you guys would be interested in like merch for those foes too. Sorry, I just got a transaction. Hold on. This is typical. It's typical whenever I try and like record or anything. I get scammers trying to scam me. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I like it a lot. Check out this monkey that I found. He's in a constant state of dapping me up. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, it's going back to what I was saying. The merch for those other channels, or not channels, but I mean guests, yeah. Those other alt accounts. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know, because I will not know any other way. What else? I was thinking too, like, I don't even want to say it, but I was like, I was thinking, if you guys would want to see any other content, like, what would it be? My immediate thought, because I used to watch it a lot, was like ASMR. But then I was like, it would have to be goofy. It couldn't be me trying. It could not be me trying. It had to be like those like goofy ass ASMR channels where they're just like, let me see, like SpongeBob or like Buzz Lightyear gives you a neural exam or some shit. I don't know. I used to watch like that shit and like laugh my ass off about it, and like low key kind of calm me down. So, yeah. Or any other kind of content, basketball, because I tend to play a lot of basketball. Um, but I know your guys' answer is going to be just anything. Give us anything, because I'm not really on YouTube that much anymore. I don't really post like crazy anymore. Um, but yeah, I just really quick update here. May be quick. I don't know, or I don't know if it's going to be quick. My nose is running. But what else? Sorry for stepping away for so long. I feel like I've really stepped away, which I personally need to then be able to come back and make really good stuff and at least film like I'm doing right now. I've needed some time off. It's very draining. It can be very draining. It can be very rewarding to talk to everyone and respond, but it can be very draining. And I know it's like, for me personally, as much as I'm able to put myself out there, I am very closeted. Not, ooh, that's I'm very I'm very antisocial. Closeted is not the word. Closeted is not the right word. Very antisocial. But that Freudian slip is crazy. Two people. But man, I'm gonna have to edit this a lot. But yeah, I tend to get very very overwhelmed with, very overwhelmed with responding and making sure that I'm being a good person to everyone, because some people, I don't know, tend to think I'm a bad person, which that's to each their own. It's one thing that I would explain to like a lot of starting artists, people that are beginning, because you will pick up traction. It's just inevitable. Everyone does. But there is always a point where you just want to quit. And a lot of what caused me to want to quit was just the really shitty people that are like in the music industry. And of course, I've met so many great souls and great people, but there's just those bad apples that, either spread gossip or spread stuff about anyone, about you, about other people. You just want to hear it. You want to make music. That's why I really respect the people that can just keep it music. Like a lot of people can just keep it music. It's very few people, which I'm glad, but I mean, those very few people that are just terrible tend to be the worst and like be the most like outspoken and whatever it is. I don't do good with that. Like, whenever I talk about certain topics, like my voice starts getting shaky, and because I just don't like it. It's nasty. I don't like talking about people that I don't mesh with. Not even people that I don't necessarily not like. I just don't mesh with them, There's nothing wrong with that. But then you got other people that have different varying opinions on that, and it's whatever. And that's when I go back to the thing where you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's completely fine. But other than that, other than the downings of emotionings, I've been doing very well, very, very well. I've found myself now. I have a great support group of people. I have a great group of people that support me in real life and online. I'm very happy. I'm very blessed to have been blessed by all these people and all this support. And I kind of I want to make this video back very long, maybe. I don't know. I know I was saying earlier I wanted it to be short, but I really want to get back into making these types of videos, these updates, these rants, whatever they might be. Just because I don't like short form content as much as I make it. It's fun, but if I put half the effort I put in those videos on like long form and really talking to the camera and saying stuff that matters rather than, ooh, look at this, look at these flashing lights, and of course that's fun and it's funny and it's fucking it's necessary in a certain point, but for the most part I like these long form content. I like being able to talk and get better at talking and share my own thoughts regardless of what people think, because I think in general as humans it's very important to do that. I think everyone should start a YouTube channel. I think everyone should create. It would help a lot of the consuming and consumption that we do nowadays as humans. I mean, you look at the most successful people, and it works for everyone. It would work for everyone. There isn't a single thing that top CEOs have done that you couldn't have done. You know, they just did it. That's the whole thing. You know. And you think about these people that are creating stuff rather than just consuming. Even when you think about retail jobs, it's like you're consuming the workload and doing it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with working with a 9 to 5. And we get that very straight. There's nothing wrong with having a boss. But because some people like that. Some people like having structure like that. They like having a boss. Because being a boss and being like, for me, with my music, I have to do everything. I don't have a manager. I don't want a manager. I don't have a record label backing me. I don't have anything other than my 2 hands and my big face. And that, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I've battled with it for the past few years, just saying fuck it and doing a 9 to 5, because it's tough to try and manage it all, but it was also a lot of what I said earlier, where I didn't have the support. I mean, I had my family, but now I have multiple groups of people in real life and online telling me that I can do it and I can really succeed, and supporting me and answering when I have questions about certain stuff, even if they're not in the same industry as me, if I just have life questions, and having that support of like, if I do fail, I'll be okay, you know. And luckily I don't see failure anytime soon. Maybe it'll come. Maybe they'll listen to me on this YouTube video and they'll just copyright strike all my shit, but it happens. It's life. You're gonna have shit like that happen, so it's better to get accustomed to it rather than trying to run away from it. I really appreciate you guys listening to these videos, even if it's like 2 people. I appreciate it because it allows me to know that I'm at least entertaining enough for you to stick around, for 1 or 2 people to stick around. I'm also thinking of not like editing these videos. I don't know. I have to watch it back. I get really cringed out watching myself talk on camera. That's why I edit so much, but it's like it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. I watched a video recently saying you get paralysis, like decision paralysis, which I get when I'm talking about like posting a video that I've just been talking on, and so many times that I've wanted to just post a video that like unedited and all that kind of shit. And I tend to not do it because I'm scared that, one, I've said something and I shouldn't have said it, but it's also like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't matter, especially in my opinion. If I'm being genuine, I have nothing to hide. I'd rather speak my mind than hide something, and be myself genuinely than hide something, because that's who I am. That's how I get the majority of my happiness in life, is being genuine and not trying to hide who I am. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I think that's how you grow community, is you don't try and push away fans. You really try and like connect yourself with them. There's so many people trying to do the, in my opinion, like the mysterious kind of, you guys are my fans, I am superior. Everyone has these thoughts that I'm talking about. There's nothing, if people didn't have these thoughts that I'm talking about, if people didn't have their own thoughts and their own genuinities, that's not a word, but in their own authentic thoughts and whatever it is, I think that's why authentic content like really matters and really hits people, is because when you're being completely genuine, you'll attract people that think the same way as you. As long as you're not like out here, I mean, even then, if you're being genuinely an asshole on a video, I mean, you have people that like that too. Different strokes for different folks. Which is, it's nice. It's nice knowing that there's people out there for everyone. It makes the world a lot less lonely. What else can I talk about? I think that's it. That was a very short, maybe? No, it's 17 minutes. Never mind. I'm gonna upload this whole thing. I'm gonna hype myself up to upload this whole thing. I'm gonna watch it over first and make sure I didn't say anything. And if it's cut out, that's probably because I said something really bad. But then again, I gotta get over that kind of stuff. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.